what we are looking like. I think it looks pretty good. Oh, I don't know what it's meant to look like, honestly. This is fine. Is this attractive? Does this look good what I'm doing here? It doesn't look so bad, does it? Next to that. Hi, and welcome back to Aggressively Average, a series where we just try and do our best because that's all anyone can ever ask of you. Today, we are making cinnamon rolls. I'm using the BBC recipe for cinnamon rolls, and the first step is to put flour, sugar, salt, yeast into the bowl of a stand mixer. Okay. Now, if you watch any of my previous videos, you will see that I never had a stand mixer and I complained about it literally constantly, and a very, very kind subscriber actually gifted me this one. She is also my childhood best friend and I've known her pretty much my entire life, but she's still a subscriber and she did still gift it. But look at it, look how pretty it is, isn't it gorgeous? Oh, ha. So I Googled what are people's favorite things to make in their KitchenAids, and the one that kept coming up was cinnamon rolls, which I think is very American. I think of cinnamon rolls as a very American treat. So maybe it was just lots of Americans that answered the question, but look how pretty. Feels so good. So into the bowl of my stand mixer, we are going to put 400 grams of strong white flour. Oh, that's 400 grams exactly. Oh, it does also say another 100 grams of wholemeal flour. And I know that's probably important, but I don't have any. So we're gonna do another 100 grams of this. 50 grams of brown sugar, a little bit of salt, 1 sachet of instant yeast into the bowl of a stand mixer and mix with the dough hook. I'm not doing anything, it's doing it all for me. I'm thinking of getting one of the glass bowls so you can see what's going on in there. Add the milk, and heat for 10 minutes. Oh, good thing I'm not doing that by hand. 300 mils of milk, but I want it to be warm because I want it to activate the yeast because this is an overnight recipe and we ain't doing that. So I'm just gonna warm this up in the microwave, and 1 egg, and the knead for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. No wonder people love making this in a stand mixer. Can you imagine making this by hand? And then I guess we let that do its thing. I can go live my life in the meantime. I can go do other stuff. Don't have any other stuff to do, but I could if I did. Oh, brilliant. Let me just show you what this gorgeous thing is doing. So I just leave this for 10 minutes and then I'm gonna add in the butter. So this is the dough after adding in the butter and it doing its thing. It's coming together really, really nicely. Feels like a good time to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe and all that stuff because the algorithm really rewards all of that. Wasn't actually timing it, but it feels like that's about done. That feels like a good dough. Now, to be fair to the recipe, it says to leave this for overnight. I have absolutely zero intention of doing that because I'm actually going straight to work tomorrow and then getting on a plane, so that's not going to happen. We've got to finish this all tonight. So what I'm going to do, I have seen other recipes that said you can leave it just for an hour to double in size. So I'm just going to cover this like I would with any other bread or rising product that needs to rise with the yeast. And I'm going to put it in my oven. My oven's not on, but it was on earlier, so it's nice and warm. So it won't cook, but it's a nice warm environment. I hope the dough is meant to be sticky because it is really sticky. I literally cannot get that bowl out. There must be a trick to it. I don't know what the trick is. So I am going to lightly oil another bowl. That's quite heavy on the oil. Maybe get rid of some of that and transfer the mixture. That's our dough. I really hope it's meant to be sticky. And transfer it and put it in here. Then I'm gonna put this in the oven that is off to prove. So someone stronger than me was able to take that off with no effort at all. Whilst that finishes proving, I'm gonna make the filling for the cinnamon rolls, which is 200 grams of soft brown sugar, bang on 200, butter. It says 2 tablespoons of ground cinnamon, which I think is a lot, but that's what it says. That's a lot of cinnamon. And 2 tablespoons. I'm just checking it's tablespoons, not teaspoons. It's tablespoons. And that's about 2 tablespoons of flour. Okay, cool. Mix these up with my paddle attachment. This is the sludge that turned into. That's our cinnamon filling, apparently. But I think we're done with the stand mixer. Stand mixer, thank you so much for being in my life. It has been a pleasure. My dough is out the oven and wow, it is safe to say that has doubled in size. I think my method of putting it in the oven really, really worked. That is definitely doubled in size. Rather than getting the counter super messy, I've put down some greaseproof paper and I'll just flour this lightly because now we have to roll that out. So this greaseproof paper is 30 centimeters wide. Who knows how long I've cut it, but it's 30 centimeters wide. I need to roll it into a 45 centimeter square. 30, if you are good at maths, you would know is less than 45. So I need another strip of greaseproof paper. I, for some reason, thought I only needed one width. Okay, so that'll be about 45 because it's about a sheet and a half. So it needs to be a square basically. It'll be about that size. Oh my God, it is airy. There is so much air in that. I have no idea if that's good or right, but that is not like any dough I've ever had before in my life. I don't know how to explain it. It's a really silky dough. I've only ever made bread, and this isn't like bread. This is silky. Surely it doesn't have to be a perfect square. Like, I'm not gonna measure it as a perfect square, but that looks about right to me. And then my understanding is I just smush all of that filling in here and roll it up. And before you're like, she's using her hands, my hands are clean, and I'm the only one eating it, and it's fine. Is what we are looking like. I think it looks pretty good. Oh, I don't know what it's meant to look like, honestly. Now I'm gonna roll this into a tight little sausage. Ooh, it's so like silky. I know I keep saying that, I'm just surprised. It feels right. Although I have no idea what it's meant to feel like. Oh gosh, it's getting longer as I roll it. I think I see why it was supposed to be a square because I'm gonna have some very uneven ends. This is what we've got. And now we're going to cut this into 12. Maybe we'll do less, and I'm gonna chop off these really uneven ends. Maybe we're just gonna go into 10. Now, if you saw me cut the hot cross buns, I did not cut the hot cross buns evenly. 11, 12. We're just gonna accept that these 4 are duds. So in order to, I think I've got 14 actually, damn it, I was gonna say 12, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, how do I have 12? God, women in STEM. So we're just gonna accept that these 4 are gonna be duds because I didn't have a perfect square, which I now understand why I did have to be a perfect square. Anyway, I didn't. So these 4 are gonna be duds, but these 8, they should be solid. We are going to put them into a baking tray. This is what they are looking like. The tray is slightly too big, but we'll live with that. And this row here are the row of duds. I feel like they have a swirl. So I'm going to put them back in my proving oven. It says an hour for a bit until they've puffed up a bit, but they won't double in size. I think they've puffed up really nicely. Like they're taking up more room in the tray than they were. It's only a little bit too big now. This one and this one are pretty funny. We'll see how they go, but I think so far they're looking okay. So I'm going to put these in the oven to bake for 20 minutes. Oh my gosh, look at them. Look how much they puffed up. They filled out the whole pan. They smell amazing. I wish you could smell them because they smell incredible. They were in there for 20 minutes. The recipe said 18 to 25 minutes until they're golden brown. Now, I think they are golden brown. They're kind of browning, if anything, quite a bit on top. They're not really browning in the middle, but I think that's fine. The next challenge is how do I get them from here to this cooling rack? Because I just tried and they're just gonna fall apart. Do I just have to be bold, brave, beautiful cover girl? Who thought this was gonna be the challenging part? 3, 2, 1, lift, lift. Okay. Was I meant to let them cool down completely in here? No, that seemed all right. They seem okay. This is fine. This is what they look like. They have like opened quite a bit from their spiraling. Don't really know why or how. Did I maybe just not tighten them? I feel like as I rip them apart, they're gonna maybe unravel. But let's cool them and we'll see. Whilst they cool, I'm just gonna make a big batch of royal icing, honestly, for the cinnamon rolls. You are meant to use soft cheese and butter and make a really decadent icing, but 1, I think it'll be a bit much. And 2, I'm tired. It has been hours. So I'm just gonna make some royal icing real quick, get a bowl, put some icing sugar in it, put some water in it, whip it up and pour it on top, and then eat them. I'm just gonna shove a random amount. That's a lot. And just a bit of water. Again, just a random amount. It is lumpy. Probably should have sifted it. I hate sifting icing because it's a lot of effort, but at the end of the day, I guess you sift it for a reason, don't you? And the reason is my lumpy icing that I'm trying to delump right now, which isn't gonna go well, is it? Okay, these are kind of cooled, and by kind of cooled, I mean not cooled at all because I've had enough Well, I want to store them in this, but this will only store, okay, need to sacrifice 3. Let's tear this. Ooh, this is the little dud one. Oh, you know, it's also duddy from this side. Still steaming because I will not let it cool down. I will finish this, and I'm just going to dump it in the royal icing. This is what we are looking like. That looks like a cinnamon roll. Pretty good, actually. The dough is really soft and silky. I'm gonna take off this dud row. Something went wrong. They're not really ripping. Let me show you what happens when I try and rip them apart. So I ripped that row off because they're the dud ones and I want to put these in the box, but it's too long. But if I try and rip these off, like it's stuck here and then it's just falling apart here, like, you know what I mean? It's kind of, that's just falling. That's a cool, cute little circle. Is this attractive? Does this look good what I'm doing here? I feel like there was a point where this was going okay, and we've passed that point. I'm just gonna do everything I can to try and get the salvageable ones in there. Here are the salvageable ones. When I tell you that they fell apart when I tried to pick them up, I mean they fell apart when I tried to pick them up. Like, it doesn't look so bad, does it? Next to that. I can't tell if the dough is just really silky or if I've underbaked them. Maybe I've underbaked them. Someone please tell me. I don't know what I've done. Yeah, maybe they're slightly underdone. I think that's probably what it is. Well, I'm gonna clean up. I'd love to say I learned a lesson, but until I understand what I've done, I haven't learned anything. So please help me. Bye.